Oversoul armors are one of, if not the most reliable oversoul technique a shaman can use. This technique, unlike your average weapon oversoul, is the embodiment of a shaman and one's guardian spirit. Please note, this is not the same as using a yohs, but instead a far more advanced technique. What makes an oversoul armor different from a yohs is the fact that they are merging with their guardian spirit on the metaphysical plane. Rather than the spirit simply residing in the shaman's body and the shaman makes the skills of the spirit his own, the shaman, or in this case Hao, despite being a regular human, is capable of flying, has the ability to shoot lasers from his hands, and has the durability to tank missiles due to his oversoul armor. Obviously, without an oversoul armor, he'd be no different than any other human, so this would make a major difference in a fight. But that's not me saying a regular oversoul or other shaman spells aren't capable of providing offensive or defensive capabilities, but what makes an oversoul armor more efficient than your average oversoul is the fact that it's capable of providing both offensive and defensive abilities without having to change form. As you'd imagine, a constant form of offense and defense will be a lot more useful than having to constantly change between the two. Having to constantly change your oversoul based on what situation you are in would be a pain. But with an oversoul armor, you wouldn't have to worry about doing that. And this is what makes oversoul armors a lot more practical in combat. Shamans are capable of using this technique by releasing their foryoku and reyoku at the same time. You can do this with one spirit, but there is absolutely nothing stopping you from using more than one spirit on your armor and stacking them. So what that means is I can take Death Zero, combine him with Amidamaru, then combine him with Oni's, and then I could combine him with the Transformer Lamborghini Angel, and then I'd have a god tier oversoul armor. Out of the group of main characters, Chocolove became the strongest in their group, from not just having the most foryoku, but his oversoul armor and his ability to use it with two spirits, each with their own respectively high reyoku level. And the same could be said for the second strongest in their group, Lyserg. Both are capable of using this technique and use more than one spirit as they use it. So as you'd imagine, this technique gets the job done. The rest of the cast are capable of using oversoul armors, but not on the same level as Chocolove and Lyserg, because they only use one spirit. And that's not to say that despite using one spirit, they couldn't have that same spirit reach a high enough Reyoku level to be as strong as the spirits that Chocolove and Lyserg use. It really just depends on the shaman. Anyways, the durability of the armor depends on how much foryoku the user may have. It's literally the same as an oversoul, but is an armor used for more practical reasons. When you use an oversoul armor, you are able to use all of your tools at once. The only limit to how durable your oversoul armor can be is you and your foryoku.